we need to teach in schools and colleges life and curriculum. If you can't actually teach life, you might end up with a student who scores very high marks, but when it comes to a small breakup, he'll end his life. Academic intelligence and emotional intelligence are two different things. So what is so important for school students and college students at home is for the parents to teach them resilience. When I went to Kota, I asked them, what are you all doing for mental health? They said, एक दिन की छुट्टी हमने हफ्ते में दी है. एक दिन की छुट्टी से क्या होता है? When I went there and I asked them, do you have any extracurricular activities? Some said yes, some said no. One classes, which is one of the topmost, said हम भागवत सप्ताह रखते हैं. So I found absolute ignorance, absolute callousness towards the mental health of children. And you know what? Now when you see the front page newspapers of various classes positioning their students who stood first or whatever and advertising what they actually have achieved, they fail to also tell us those kids who have fallen, those kids who have died, those kids who are going to psychiatrists and psychologists. Similarly, it's similar to corporates who show profits every quarter, but they don't show you the health bills of the employees. What I strongly feel, my dear Anushka, is that the entire IIT coaching classes needs to be audited by the government, and there has to be a white paper of what has worked and what has failed. And what is extremely important is all over the country in colleges, including schools as well as the IIT coaching, screen children for mental health issues. Find out if they are taking any psychiatric medications, if they had severe stress in the last few years. Screen the family also for support and whatever issues they have. Number two, have free mental health camps in the entire campus once a month, where the heads or the owners of the coaching classes go with the wives. That's how you break stigma. When the owners go and do a lot of self screenings, kids will also go. Have a lot of interaction with parents all the time. Educate the parents and the students of the high risk signs. If they see, they need to report. Educate the students also to report a lot of high risk signs. I think this will help the entire process to a great extent.
So you have, of course, conducted studies. You've been to Kota, which is why you're really the right person to talk to about this, because you have been there. You have your the organization that you're president of has the campaign Atma Bal Ya Atmahatya, and you have even listed a program, you know, to preventative measures against suicide. So I want to, of course, ask you about your experiences in Kota, but like you mentioned some very important facts like compatibility. You said if you were going to send your son or a child to Kota, you'd first see compatibility, right? And you also mentioned about the fallout of progress, you know, आर्थिक विकास का ये बुरा असर है, right? We don't take into account the mental health problems that are arising due to aspirational India, as you mentioned. So a little bit about this Atma Bal ya Atma Hatya awareness campaign and your experience in Kota. Why do most of these suicides happen?
Firstly, when you screen a young boy, you do all-round screening. Whether he's got some baggage from the family, does he have a father who's unwell, does he have a family which has financial problems, does he have a family which has very serious psychological issues or very serious mental health issues. Did he ever suffer from mental health issues in the past? Is he emotionally fit to go through the rigor? Is extremely important for us to understand. Beyond that, continuous engagement with the parents. Along with that, teachers should be taught not only to teach curriculum. All over the country, Anushka, we need to teach in schools and colleges life and curriculum. If you can't actually teach life, you might end up with a student who scores very high marks, but when it comes to a small breakup, he'll end his life. Across the country, we talk about Atma Bal or Atmahatya. और उसमें हम लोग ये कहते हैं कि शिक्षकों को ज़िंदगी के बारे में सिखाना उतना इम्पॉर्टेंट है जितना करिकुलम. Academic intelligence and emotional intelligence are two different things. So what is so important for school students and college students at home is for the parents to teach them resilience.